Uh, what was the price of silver in November of 2001? It's about $4 now. It's 403. And what was the price of silver in April of 2011? It was just short of 50. It was $49 and I think 87 cents.
Now, this viewer is wanting to know about silver, and a lot of people talk about how the silver price is manipulated, and they want to know, well, how much is it really worth? And other people also talk about this manipulation and say, well, if silver is suppressed, why own it? But I think to your point, when it comes to investing in precious metals, it's about holding wealth. It's about holding real things. So it doesn't necessarily matter what the paper price is. You have something real outside of this fake system. But your take on that, do you think silver is manipulated, and what do you think its real worth is?
Every financial market is manipulated. They always have been, they always will be, and it is absolutely meaningless. Now let's go to the more important issue of silver suppression. Under the British education system, if you go to college in the UK, they teach you that the question is more important than the answer. Why would the question be more important than the answer? The reason the question is more important than the answer is if you ask the wrong question, you always get the wrong answer. If you ask the right question, you might still get the wrong answer, but you got a better chance. What was the price of silver in November of 2001? It's about $4 now. It's 403. And what was the price of silver in April of 2011? It was just short of 50. It was $49 and I think 87 cents. Therefore, the question that we should be asking is, was silver suppressed from $4 to 50? If it was suppressed, it was the most ineffective suppression of any commodity in world history. So it would be absolutely meaningless to say it was suppressed. If something goes from $4 to 50, you've had quite a move. I've had a lot of people that I thought were intelligent tell me about how silver was suppressed from $4 to 50. And I said, are you kidding? Okay, it couldn't possibly have been suppressed. You could make an argument for somebody who was running the price up, but you can't make an argument saying it was suppressed. You should buy silver for its value. Okay, now I would advocate, here's the precious metals. You've got gold, you got silver, you got palladium, you got platinum, and you got rhodium. And you should buy what's cheap, and you should sell what's expensive. And that's true of every stock, every commodity, and everything else. Do you have any idea what the price of rhodium was about 3 or 4 years ago? It was $600, and it ran to 30,000. Now, how many 600s are there at 30,000? 50. Okay. All you would have to do is get it right one time in your life, and you could retire. Most of my money, my reserve money, is in silver, with platinum second and gold third. The nice thing about gold is that it's recognized around the world. I use British sovereigns and French francs because they're a known commodity. We know what they weigh. They're easy to identify and they're easy to buy. Everybody should have a reserve. It's true of banks, it's true of companies, and it's true of countries, and it's true of individuals. I have gold and silver available to me, and I don't look at it as investing. I look at it as security. Gold and silver are an insurance policy against chaos.
So it seems like the main point that I'm hearing is that our system is fake, and that we really need to own what is real. So important to kind of get back to the basics as you're mentioning, and realize, okay, we need the food and we need real investments.
Yes, absolutely.
We had viewers submit some questions here, so if we can just kind of dive into them. They're mainly investment related. So the first one is about precious metals. They're wanting to know, do you think precious metals are going to correct from here or just go straight up from here? And I think this takes us from The main question here is it going to be a wild ride going forward, or is it just going to be straight up from here? So your perspective on that.
Okay, there was a map of the world from around 1600 or 1650, and it showed the world as it was known, the furthest to the west. And there was a dragon there, and it said, "Beware dragons, here lie." That's my answer. Okay, we are in such a scary, scary place. The only thing I'm going to say is you're going to see things that you would never believe. I'm a pessimist. I've been studying this for 50 years. I listened to Tricky Dick talk on August 15th, 1971. I said, that's the end of the financial situation. Once you get away from gold, it's over. We're going to see bad things.
I think that's so key is we need to look at what's most important and definitely have our focus on that. Now, a lot of people in our community also view that precious metals are a way to protect against this financially. If you could remind our viewers your view on that.
Okay, and I can't remember exactly how I put it before, but I'll give you what is more or less my typical answer. I use gold and silver as a store of value, as a savings account. That is my reserve. But basically, you want to be invested in things that are real. Okay. I think that Putin goes to my website and reads it every day because his economic advisor sounds like he should be writing for me. We're going to go back to a real world economics where you got to produce something and you've got to do something of value to get a paycheck. And resources are real as opposed to pieces of paper. Now, going back to, I'm going to answer your original question first. How did I know we're going to have a financial collapse? The United States has had a debt-based system since 1971. You cannot spend your way to prosperity. You cannot borrow your way to prosperity. You can only produce something of value that someone else wants and is willing to pay for. We've gotten away from that. We've shipped our entire production of real goods to China, okay, which we did absolutely deliberately, and we were quite happy to do. So China's laughing because they've got all the plant and equipment now. They could shut their economy down for 6 months. It doesn't particularly hurt them. The United States is basically screwed. We don't produce anything except pieces of paper. We have totally fraudulent elections. We have total fraud in our legal system. We have total fraud in our education system. We've got a Supreme Court justice who cannot define what it is to be a woman. Now, I've had 3 children. I was at the birth of 2 of them. And when the kid pops out, what does everybody check? Does it come with or does it come without? And that's a really simple issue. And when a Supreme Court justice can't say, well, a woman is one of those that's born without, we've gone so far overboard on what is essentially total insanity. And now Elon Musk has gone and just scared everybody in the social media arena because he's threatening to allow Twitter to show both sides of issues. And that's really scary. At Harvard or Yale, one of the really big top-notch universities was going to have a panel discussion on free speech. And 75 lawyers to be ran into the room and chased the people out. These are lawyers. These are the guys in charge of defending free speech, would not allow someone to have an opinion that they disagreed with. That's a really scary situation. And it's not a situation that's going to get any better. It's going to get worse.